Dear students, today we will discuss the topic of financial inclusion and its meaning and definition, which is the 14th session of the unit 2nd of Modern Bank Management of 3rd semester BCom of Mangalore University. The learning objectives of this session is to acquaint the students with the knowledge of meaning and definitions of financial inclusion. By the end of this session, the students will be able to understand the meaning and definitions of financial inclusion. At the outset, we have to understand the concept of financial inclusion. What do you mean by financial inclusion? Here, we can see the two terms. First one financial and second one inclusion. Here, financial refers to the financial instruments or credit instruments, services and products given by various financial institutions and banks. Inclusion refers to giving access to various services and products of financial institutions to the poor, downtrodden and other sections of the society which are deprived of these services earlier. Financial inclusion means that individuals and businesses have access to useful and affordable financial products and services that meet their needs like transactions, payments, savings, credit and insurance delivered in a responsible and sustainable way. Being able to have access to a transaction account is a first step toward broader financial inclusion, since a transaction account allows people to store money and send and receive payments. A transaction account serves as a gateway to other financial services, which is why ensuring that people worldwide can access to a transaction account in the focus of the World Bank Group's Universal Financial Access 2020 initiative. Financial access facilitates day-to-day living and helps families and businesses plan for everything from long-term goals to unexpected emergencies. As account holders, people are more likely to use other financial services such as credit and insurance to start and expand businesses, invest in education or health, manage risk and weather financial shocks, which can improve the overall quality of their lives. Great studies have been made toward financial inclusion, and 1.2 billion adults worldwide have gotten access to an account since 2011. Today, 69% of adults have an account. However, close to 1/3 of adults, 1.7 billion, are still unbanked according to the latest Findex data. About half of unbanked people include women, poor households in rural areas or out of the workforce. The gender gap in account ownership remains stuck at 9 percentage points in developing countries, hindering women from being able to effectively control their financial lives. Countries with high mobile money account ownership have less gender inequality. Financial inclusion has been identified as an enabler for 7 of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. The G20 committed to advance financial inclusion worldwide, and reaffirmed its commitment to implement the G20 high-level principles for digital financial inclusion. Financial inclusion is an explicit approach for accelerated economic growth and is considered to be crucial for achieving inclusive growth in the country. Meaning of financial inclusion. Financial inclusion is the availability of formal financial services at an affordable cost to needy low-income groups. It is a delivery of financial services at a reasonable cost to the vast sections of the low-income groups. Financial inclusion broadens the resource base of the financial system by developing a culture of savings among the large segment of rural population and plays its own role in the process of economic development. Financial inclusion is the way the governments make every effort to take the common man along by bringing them into the formal channel of economy, thereby ensuring that even the person standing in the last is not left out of from the benefits of the economic growth. Financial inclusion provides an avenue to the poor for bringing them into the formal financial system. Financial inclusion is delivery of banking services like availability of basic savings bank account, remittances facility, and access to credit, insurance, and pension to the low income groups at an affordable cost. Financial inclusion is a national priority of the government as it is an enabler for inclusive growth. Formal banking channels will enable people from lower income groups to stabilize their livelihood and will help in improving their standard of living. Definitions of financial inclusion. According to the Committee on Financial Inclusion, financial inclusion may be defined as the process of ensuring access to financial services and timely and adequate credit where needed by vulnerable groups such as weaker sections and low income groups at an affordable cost. In the words of Committee on Financial Inclusion is the process of giving guarantee to the financial services and timely and adequate availability of credit on the part of vulnerable groups such as weaker sections and low income groups at an affordable cost, that is at low rate of interest. Here weaker sections and low income groups refers to women, rural poor, urban poor and unbanked sections of the society. The main intention of the process of financial inclusion is to ensure the financial access on the part of weaker sections, that is, it is the section which is deprived of financial services earlier at an affordable cost. According to the Committee on Financial Sector Reforms, financial inclusion broadly defined refers to universal access to a wide range of financial services at a reasonable cost. These include not only banking products but also other financial services such as insurance and equity products. Committee on Financial Sector Reforms widened the definition of financial inclusion. Here, financial inclusion is nothing but the universal access, that is, general access to a wide range of financial services at a reasonable cost. Here, services refers not only to banking products, that is, opening of account, remittance facility, paying facility, credit, etc., but also other financial products such as insurance and equity products. Therefore, Committee on Financial Sector Reforms widened the definition of financial inclusion. If we see Indian efforts towards financial inclusion, the Government of India has been introducing several exclusive schemes for the purpose of financial inclusion. These schemes intend to provide social security to the less fortunate sections of the society. After a lot of planning and research by several financial experts and policy makers, the government launched schemes keeping financial inclusion in mind. These schemes have been launched over different years. Let us take a list of the financial inclusion schemes in the country. Pradhana Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Atal Pension Yojana, Pradhana Mantri Vaya Vandana Yojana, Stand Up India Scheme, Pradhana Mantri Mudra Yojana, Pradhana Mantri Suraksha Bhima Yojana, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, Jeevan Suraksha Bandhan Yojana, Credit Enhancement Guarantee Scheme for Scheduled Caste, Venture Capital Fund for Scheduled Caste under the Social Sector Initiatives, Varishtata Pension Bima Yojana. These are the efforts towards financial inclusion by the Government of India. Then we can move on to the major objectives of financial inclusion. Financial inclusion intends to help people secure financial services and products at economical prices such as deposits, fund transfer services, loans, insurance, payment services, and so on. Second one, it aims to establish proper financial institutions to cater the needs of the poor people. Third one, financial inclusion aims to build and maintain financial sustainability. Fourth one, financial inclusion also intends to have numerous institutions that offer affordable financial assistance. Next one, financial inclusion intends to increase awareness about the benefits of financial services. The process of financial inclusion works towards creating financial products. Financial inclusion intends to improve financial literacy and awareness in the nation. Financial inclusion aims to bring in digital financial solutions for economically underprivileged people of the nation. It also intends to bring the mobile banking or financial services. It aims to provide tailor-made and custom-made financial solutions to the poor people. Last but not the least, there are many government agencies and non-governmental organizations that are dedicated to bring in financial inclusion. Therefore, the prime objectives of financial inclusion is to help the poor people, establish financial institutions, build and maintain financial sustainability, having numerous institutions, increased awareness about benefits of financial services, creating variety of financial products, improve financial literacy and financial awareness in the nation, bringing digital financial solutions for economically underprivileged rural poor, bringing mobile banking or other type of financial services, and providing tailor-made and custom-made financial solutions, and engagement of government agencies and non-governmental organizations in bringing financial inclusion concept in the nation. According to the above definitions, we can conclude that it is evident that financial inclusion is an avenue to the poor for bringing them into the formal financial system. It is the delivery of banking services to the low income groups at an affordable cost. It is a national priority of the government. Therefore, financial inclusion can be termed as national priority of the government for the delivery of banking services to the vulnerable and low income groups at a reasonable rate. It intends to cover all the sections of the society within the purview of variety of financial products and services in the country. Thank you for patient hearing.